everyone, welcome back. This is Weston Summers. Thanks for visiting my channel. This will be a reloading video today on reloading the 45 ACP. I have everything laid out that you need, and I'm going to show you how to do it to keep you safe and not let you make any mistakes. So, with that, let's get started. To start off, we're going to need our press, our single stage today. We will be reloading the 45 ACP, so we'll need our brass. We'll need to choose a projectile. This is a large pistol round. We will need to choose a powder. Today we'll be loading a Light Unique, which I've got set out here. We will need a shell holder for our press, which is our universal shell holder, and we will need a shell holder for our auto prime. Today we'll be using the number 2 shell holder for the 45. We will need our 45 ACP dies. As we know, these are carbide dies, and we have already gone through and decapped and resized all of our brass. So today, all we will need is an expander die and a seating die. Last but not least, and most important, we need our reloading manual. We'll be reloading the 45 ACP. We chose a 230 grain jacketed bullet. We will be loading Ramshot Unique, or Alliant Unique, excuse me, and it says we can go from 6 grains to 6 grains. So we're going to cheat. I've got a half cc scoop, which we know is exactly 5 grains, so we know it'll just be a little undercharged. With that, let's set you down and show you how to do it. Make sure you got a good view of the press here, and everything is set and in the works. There we go. Sorry if it's moving a little bit, and we are in business. Okay, first off, we need to note that we have a regular 45 ACP piece of brass. If it is not gone through the expander die, you can do it, but the projectile will not sit down into it. If you go through and run it through the expander, the projectile will sit directly in there perfectly. This is a Lee expander die, so it has a floating expander ball in there, so it makes things very easy. To go through and expand, let's do our shells right here. Make sure they're fully set in there, feed them into the die. That's all there is. There's 1, set it into our reloading tray. There is 2. And there is number 3. We are now done with our expander die, so we can take it out. Next, we're going to need our number 2 shell holder in our Lee Auto Prime. We make sure all our primers are in the correct position, and we're going to go through here and check all our prime all of our shells. Here we go. There's number 1. There is number 2. And there is number 3. Easy as cake. Make sure all your primers are flush. We are now done with this. Next, we're going to need exactly 5 grains of powder, which is what we chose. I've got a half cc scoop, which we've already checked on the scale to be 5 grains. So to get 5 grains, we get a perfectly level scoop, and we put them into the empty pieces of brass. Excuse me if I get in the way of the camera, but I'll do all 3 of these. There is number 1. Coming in, knock another one out. There is number 2. And last but not least, there is number 3. Okay, now I have already, you need to go through and set your cedar die, because these are governed by a locking O-ring on the bottom here, which I'll show you. There's the O-ring on these. They don't have a lock ring like a normal one. So, this one's already been set, and I've already set the length. So, all we do is screw this into our press very quickly, save time on the video. When it gets all the way tight, you want to grab the entire thing together and give her one good snug spin, and that locks her all into place. Alright, you want to take your expanded, primed, and powdered brass, set her into your shell holder. A bullet or a projectile should sit perfectly level in there. We're not putting a crimp on it. And actuate our press. There's number 1. Do it again one more time. I'll reach around the back to show you again. Make sure she's set all the way in here. There's number 2. And bringing up the rear, here comes number 3. There's number 3. So, in a matter of seconds, we have loaded 3 precision 45 ACP bullets that are to spec length and ready to go. A final note, you can adjust this die deeper. As you notice, it does not touch, and you can put a roll crimp on your shells if you think you need it or otherwise. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe, and I look forward to your questions.